Good morning, Year 9. Today is Sunday, the 12th of April, 2020. This is lesson 1 of 4. So we're still on the chapter of sets, and we're now going to look at the union of sets. So previously we looked at the intersection, and today's lesson is going to be the union of sets. So a union of two sets, A and B, is a set of elements that belong to A or to B or to both A and B, and it's written as A union B. So we're looking at exercise 3, questions 1 to 4. So the union of sets, the union of two sets A and B is a set of elements that belong to A or to B or to both A and B, and as we said, it's written as A union B. So if we look at this example, it says the universal set is comprised of all the positive integers less than 10, and the set P has all the prime numbers less than 10, and set O has all the odd numbers less than 10. If you want to show this information pictorially, in our Venn diagram, so show this information on a Venn diagram, part B, find the set P union O and the number of elements in P union O. So here's our Venn diagram showing this information, and the set P is in Venn diagram. So 1 and 9 is in the odd numbers, 2 is in the prime numbers, and 3, 7, and 5 are elements shared between both sets, and that leaves 8, 6, and 4 outside as they don't belong in O or in P. From the Venn diagram, the P of union O is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And so the number of P union O is 6. There are 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So the key points, the union of A and B, as I said, is written like this funny looking U shape, like this. Remember, that's a union. This is intersect. It's a set of elements which are in both A or B or both. So if you look at this first question, so the universal set all positive integers less than 10. A has elements 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and B has the elements, set B, sorry, has elements 3, 4, 5, and 6. So show this information on Venn diagram, list A union B, and find the number of elements in A union B. Does A union B equal, is it the same as B union A? And list A union B. Now remember, there's a little apostrophe here, so that means not in A union B. And is A union B a subset of A? So if we look at the solution for exercise 1 in exercise 3, so here's a Venn diagram showing this information. So set A, set B in the intersection. That's common to both. So list A union B. So that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 6. Sorry, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And there are 7 of them in A union B. Part C, does A union B, is it the same as B union A? And the answer is yes. And D, list A union B. So these are the two elements that's not in both A or B or A and B. So that's 8 and 2, or 2 and 8, put them in order. And is A union B a subset of A? And the answer is no. A union B is not a subset in that it doesn't contain all the elements within set A. Okay, moving on to the second question. Universal set are the letters of the alphabet. Set A has the vowels. Set V has the vowels. So your vowels are your A, E, I, and U. And A is A, B, C, D, and E. Show this information on Venn diagram. List V intersect A. List the elements not in set V, and then list V union A. So if we look at the second question, So here's our Venn diagram showing this information. So you got the letters of alphabet, and then set V has, as we said, the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. A and E is common to both set V and set A, as this is the vowel. Sorry, here's our two vowels A and E. And then list A intersect, sorry, V intersect A. So that's the A and E. So that's both common. Describe what's not in set V. So that's your consonants. And then list V union A. So that's elements both in set A or set V or A or in both. So that's your A, E, I, O, U, B, C, and D. Okay. Guys, at any time if you want to pause to do the questions yourself and then go through with the answers with me, that's fine. Then I have to watch. And so question 3, the universal set is all triangles. Set I is isosceles triangles and set R is the right angle triangles. Show this information on a Venn diagram. Sketch a member of I intersect R. Describe R intersect R in words, and describe I intersect not R in words. So let's just move this out of there. So as if you want, you can pause the video now, do the answers, and go through the solutions with me, or go straight ahead, up to you. So here's question 3. So here's our universal set. These are the triangles in I for isosceles and R for right angles. Sketch a member of I intersect R. So this is a right angle triangle. So it's a right angle triangle and a right angle isosceles triangle because these two sides are the same. So this means this angle and this angle will be the same. And because it has a right angle as well, so it's a triangle that belongs in both of these sets. Describe I intersect R. So this is isosceles right angle triangle. And part D would be non-right angled isosceles triangle. So that's the triangles that are non-right angled isosceles triangles. Then our final question, question 4, for sets A and B, find the number of elements, which tells us the number of elements in A is 15, the number of elements in B is 10, the number of elements that's in the A intersect B is 4, so there's 4 common between 2, and then find the number of elements in A union B, so that's both of them combined. So the answer there is 21. So as you can see, there's 15 in A, 10 in B, so that's 25. Sorry, let me just bring up my pencil. So 15 plus 10 is 25. However, there's 4 that's common to both. Okay, so we don't, it's like double counting. So we take that 4 off. To give us the 21. Because these are, because you know, this is on the intersect, oops, let me just redo that. So if I sketch this, all right, so here in the intersect, it tells us there's 4 common elements. So that would mean I need to take that 4 off to say the union of A and B. That leaves us with 21. Okay? Okay, that's the final question for today. As I said, if you want to pause the videos and do the answers and go through the solutions with me, that's entirely fine. So write your answers as we've done previously, and then I will mark them to say how brilliant you're doing. Any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to catching up with you guys tomorrow.